World Trigger. We are starting off with 2 chapters of World Trigger this week. Very excited. It's been a while since we talked about it. Let's get into it. Last we left off with World Trigger. We are coming to the close of the away mission test. The first part, which is homework and video games. We open on the last day. There's been captain evaluations being given as the final phase of this part of the exam. And we got everybody's evaluations. We are now about to get Suwa's, who Osamu is, whose squad Osamu is on. So, long story short, Suwa decides to give all 500 points to Osamu for, reasons that we're about to get into. Everybody is surprised. Even Osamu's like, whoa. The reason being, Suwa basically says that, man, Osamu's the only one who really wants to go on the away mission in this squad. So, seeing as how he might be a liability in the battle, in the actual long-term battle phase, it'd be good to give him these bonus points so he stands a better chance of actually going on the away mission. And the team for the most part agrees. They're like, that sounds fine. Except for Katori, who's, is like, well, that's not fair though. You can't give him all his points. And she even asked Osamu, is like, you don't think it's fine and dandy, do you? And Osamu was like, I do not think it's fine and dandy. But to be honest, I do want the points. So Sue was like, all right, you got him, boy. You got 500 points. Katori then puts on a very scary face and is like, I'm saying I ain't down with this. No way, no how. I do not accept. And Suwa makes a compromise to allow Katori to do whatever she wants with 100 of the 500 points. And she basically writes down a piece of paper, a division of the remaining 100 points. She gives Suwa 20 points, Ui, the operator, 15 points, Oki, 15 points, and Osamu gets 50 points. So he's still pretty damn close to a perfect score. Katori doesn't give herself any points. But yeah, that is the final captain evaluation. They decide to continue doing their assignments until the very end. And we do get the captains. Oh, well, first of all, Suwa says after the assignment is over and the test this part of the test is officially over, he congratulates his team on doing a great job over the week. And, mentioning that thanks to your efforts, I'm probably looking even better in the eyes of management, so that's good. So he congratulates his team, and we actually get to see the official final rankings of everybody in this test. Taking first place is Mizukami. Second place was Kodera squad. Suwa squad takes third place. Fourth place goes to Murakami. Wakamura squad gets fifth place. Kitazo gets sixth place. Utagawa squad gets seventh. Ninomiya gets eighth place. Kuruma squad gets ninth. Kakizaki gets 10th place. And OG squad gets 11th place. So, they're like, oh shit, we took third. Hell yeah. They were last place and they ran all the way up to third, which is pretty damn good. Kodera, however, is pretty fucking annoyed. The Kodera squad landed in second place by a mere 40-point difference. That's got to be frustrating. So, he apologizes to his squad, saying that once Wakamura's claimed that massive point boost all at once, I wonder if the other squads might also realize they could have saved up their assignments. And basically, he feels responsible for his strategy getting kind of leaked out to everybody potentially. So he apologizes his team for getting second. It's like, calm down, bro. It's all right.
He was so sure. He was so sure that he was gonna win.
For real. I mean, Mizukami has been pretty dominant from the very start, and he was basically doing it by himself almost. So, yeah, everybody basically is just like, yeah, that's fine. We're second place. I'm okay with that. Kitora makes the point of, he's like, you're probably right about that. You were reluctant to speak up. Even if you were reluctant to speak up, you could have made me the middle manager, and I would have gladly enforced a brutal overtime schedule. So,
Thanks.
He's like, thank God.
He's in charge.
For real. Mizukami squad is pretty stoked that they made it first place, He's like, the decision to work overtime last night really clinched it for us. Teruya is not pleased that she feels like she didn't do enough to deserve first place, but she feels fired up to make up for it in the second round, which is the long-term battle phase. Speaking of which, an announcement comes through, and they are about to explain the rules for the second phase of the test in chapter 256, the away mission test part 47, right? Is that the number? Anyway, so this chapter is a big old rule book of the long-term battle phase to come. I'm going to try to be as condensive as possible because it's a lot of text, but here's the deal. Basically, the long-term phase combat exam is going to be a battle sim between the two squads, being the provisional squads made up of 55 agents versus the A-rank squads that already exist. That's super duper exciting. So, and that's just not the agents. The operators will also be on the field and participating in the battle in some way or shape or form. The next day, they are to report at 8:45 to receive 8:45 in the morning to receive special triggers for phase 2, and activating those triggers will teleport everybody involved into the main map. In order to win, one team must reach 5,000 points, or or be pretty close to that, or have the most points after 36 hours. So in theory, the test is only 36 hours long. There is a point value to every agent for the most part. The A-rank squads have a fixed point. Captains of A-rank squads are worth 200 points, operators are worth 120, and standard agents are worth 100 points. So, yeah, if people take down, it's self-explanatory. If you take down a captain, your team gets 200 points. Enemy operators are 120. However, the funny thing is that if the A-rank captains take down a provisional squad member, their point value is based off of how many points they received during the first part of the test. Meaning, for example, Osamu is worth 450 points.
While the rest of his team members are 15, 15,
and 20.
50, yeah.
Katori is worth nothing. And she's not the only one. There are other squads that have members that didn't get any points. So, yikes. That's such a smart move. But there's another way in order to get points. Across the map, there are these terminals, these shielded terminals that if you can break the shield and damage another team's terminal, they are worth 500 points. The A-rank squads have 10 terminals on their side, and the provisional squads have 11. As a measurement, they say that the shields surrounding these terminals are strong enough to take 8 Ibis shots from Chica, which is a big fucking deal because they take 8 of Chica's cannon shots of the strongest rifle. So that's pretty crazy. Now, there are special rules within this. You cannot deactivate your Tryon body, meaning you can't bail out once the test has started. And because, the theory is that you'd probably be there as long as possible, it's impossible for you to recover your Tryon. unless you exit the test and rest and eat and get your nutrition up. There's no way to do it. So your Tryon that you're in the test with is in there until you're eliminated. There is, however, a respawning rule, which is very cool. If you lose, you can, in theory, take a rest, eat, and recover your Tryon and return to the spawn moment. But that's only as long as the test is active. So, in the time that you're gone, if you're gone too long, you could have missed the test. So, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, you got to make sure you get smoked early if you're gonna die.
Yeah, you can't die too late. And basically your respawn points are any of the remaining terminals on your side. So that's pretty cool.
In hero shooters, we call that being staggered.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And obviously, if you respawn and come back, you still have the same point value. So, Osamu can continuously give their team 450 points if he keeps getting knocked out. Next, they explain the operators. Operators' Tryon bodies are basically, what's the word? You can't touch them. Bullets will pass right through them. Any Tryon attacks will go right through them. However, their weak point is the laptops that they use to provide the support. So if you destroy an operator's laptop, you destroy the operator. That's nuts. There is an ability of verbal communication between squads using the laptops of the operators. So you can do that. But the more operators get eliminated, the more difficult it is to keep comms up. So you got to protect those operators. The only other way to communicate is by the texting function on their phones that they were given at the start of the test. They can't call on these phones. They can only text. The laptops also have a battery. So they drain after an hour, but when they're brought within a 30-meter radius of the terminal, they get recharged. So, they can't just be out there with their laptops for more than an hour because operators' batteries will die. The next set of rules for this exam is that you can use Tryon soldiers. The A-rank squads have a fixed amount of budget they can use to purchase pre-existing Tryon soldiers for the field. So they have 12,000 points that they can use to allocate towards their Tryon soldiers. However, the provisional squads, as a little bit of an advantage, each squad has a budget to how much they can use to create Tryon soldiers, but it is directly linked to how many points they accumulated as a team. So Mizukami theoretically has the most points to use to create Tryon soldiers. So basically, Mizukami has like 13,418 points. But the Tryon soldiers don't lead to any points. So, even if you defeat some Tryon soldiers, they mean nothing in terms of points. They already talked about food, that they can pack food away and bring it. The trigger loadouts are based off of their most previous configuration in the rank wars. So whatever they had in each of their individual rank wars is the trigger set that they'll have. However, they are able to put in a revision. They can fill out a revision form to swap out any triggers that they may want for this test. Operators may also alter their triggers, so remember to submit revision requests. So, yeah, they're not stuck with the triggers they have necessarily. The final part of this has to do with replacements. As we know, there are A-rank squads in the provisionals. There are A-rank members in the provisional squads. Kodera, Kitora, Kikuchihara, and Utagawa are all on provisional squads, meaning the A rank squads don't exactly. Some A rank squads don't really have agents on them except for their captains. So on Kazama's squad, replacing Utagawa and Kikuchihara will be Chief Engineer Raizo Terashima and Chief Engineer Michael Cronin. That's really cool. That Raizo is the HQ Chief Engineer. Michael is the Chief Engineer for Tamakoma. And finally, replacing, joining Kazama's squad will be. Joining Arashiyama squad will be Kyoko Saramura, and replacing Kodera on Miwa squad is Takumi Rindo, the Tamakoma chief branch. And even
the boss.
Yeah, I love Yuma be like, oh shit, the boss. Miwa's like, what? Which is very funny. And there you go. Those are the rules of the next phase of the away mission test. And that really is the end of World Trigger. It was a lot of dialogue and a lot of informational stuff. But Josh, what did you think about World Trigger chapter 255 and 256?
My RGC, without a doubt.
Mine too, for the record.
RGC as well.
Yeah! Oh, wow. World Trigger guy unified.
Shit. Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
Unified.
Unified RGC.
Boom, boom, boom.
All right. A lot of things to talk about. Just gonna highlight a few things I really like. So, man, Mikumo is a target. He's always a target. He's always like easy.
He really
Let's
is.
get Mikumo, take him out, right? But now there's real value to it.
And he's got A rank squad people come after him.
Yikes. So this is gonna be a war, bro. Like a whole ass fucking war. This is going to be, I have no fear hyping this shit up. It's gonna be incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Either way it slices out. I mean, you've got the Tryon soldiers, they're fighting against A rank agents. They're teamed up with a whole bunch of squad members across like B that we've seen. So we'll like see them working together like in action. As far as conserving Tryon goes, I think what that's going to translate to is that it's going to be a lot more conservative. Like there's not going to be all out fights as soon as people meet up.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be like, you know, people are going to try to like set traps. Oh, speaking of traps, the fucking engineers, your favorite character.
Which one?
When Rindo. No, the one that's also a neighbor.
Oh, Michael? Why? I've never talked about Michael Cronin.
But you really love the idea of trappers.
He's not a trapper, but A rank number 2 squad captain is. He's not a trapper. He has weapons. Both of them have a weapon on them. Raizo has a ray gust on him.
Oh shit. Okay.
There's only
Excuse me. Never mind.
Hey, relax. All right?
I was fiending.
You were
fiending.
You can wait.
All right.
No, A rank number 2 guy. He's there and he's a trapper, and that'll be interesting to see. He can teleport people, dog.
Really
that shit is nuts. He could create teleport points.
He has a one-on-one with Mikumo.
I don't even know how that would look. Oh!
Hey, who knows? Who knows? That doesn't have to happen, but they come across each other's path,
right?
Like, oh my god. The fact that the operators are gonna have triggers, I wonder. Are they going to be able to fight? How are
No,
they
they're not
fight if
going to
they're
be able to
Han? That's
fight.
not fair.
They're not going to be
Can't
able to
give them
fight.
fucking weapons.
They're not going to be able to fight. All they'll have is their
But
laptop.
they're probably going to have a bunch of movement.
Their jobs
They're not
are.
going to have. No, they said that they could adjust their triggers too.
That's true. I don't know if that means that they'll have weapons necessarily.
Probably
or,
like add like movement.
Mhm.
They'll probably have like bagworm, grab.
Maybe, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shields.
Hey, we've never seen an operator on the field, so it'll be interesting to see how that looks.
Yeah, man. I mean, I thought it was really. I like Katara. I've said that many times, but the way she wanted to take the points and give a few to everybody else and didn't give any to herself. It was sweet. It was just like she just felt like everybody else deserved some credit,
Yeah.
not just Makumo. Even though she gave him a large chunk, even with him already having 400 points. So I love it. I just can't wait. Brian, you have any thoughts on this week's chapter?
This is for sure going to be Osamu's way to prove that he belongs on the away mission. This is going to be probably his crown jewel moment. Because now he is going to have literally every team gunning for his ass. 100%. Because people are going to view him as the easiest target of all the people in this mission so far. Like, especially with having that many points on his back. Like, this is going to be his way of proving that he needs to get on that ship with them. And another thing, I have a sneaking suspicion that like one of these characters that got like an extra point, like that extra point is going to be the difference between them going on the away mission and them staying. Like I have a feeling like either Suwa or Rokura, whatever his name is,
Rokuro.
like one of those two are going to like get in on this away mission purely because they have an extra point from like the small point that they had before.
That would be very funny if Sue would accidentally made it onto this.
Yeah, it would be. I feel like it that might happen. Like I have a sneaking suspicion on that, but we'll see. Regardless, this was a fucking awesome chapter. The hype behind like them going against the away mission squad, it's just too good, too fucking good. But I don't have too many thoughts aside from that.
Oh my god. It's times like these where I'm very frustrated that World Trigger is monthly. Because now I had to wait until next week actually to see how this turns out. I'm very excited. I love the design of this phase. You know, it's very different from the rank wars that we've been seeing all this time. It's a gigantic team battle. And, you know, there's other objectives outside of just fighting each other. There's a strategy where you could mix it up and also go for a few of the terminals as well. Because some of these A rank guys are broken. You know, Tachikawa himself is on this, is in this. So that's a huge concern.
Very big concern.
Yeah. We also get to see the other A rank squads that we haven't seen before. Tamakoma 1 is one of the squads participating in this, by the way. So yeah, that means Kyosuke. That means the big dude. I forget his name right. I'm blanking on him right now. And the girl on the squad.
I'm just imagining right now the clip farming that's gonna occur, like between these top members of the organization joining.
Yo,
I mean, Tachikawa.
he's gonna be aura farming left and right, bro.
They're gonna see him and be like, "Go the opposite direction, run, get away,
bro." I'm so excited.
Use your bagworms now.
Yeah. You know, we constantly say that like the rank wars would make a great video game, but I think this is the video game, bro. the design of
Literal war.
the away mission design is just like so cool and very conducive to a video game. But that's neither here nor there. It's so good, bro. I love the rules. I'm excited to see how this turns out. And don't get me wrong, I love this like kind of slow character development stuff that we've been getting over the last 40 fucking chapters. But this is what I'm here for. You know, this is what I need, baby. It's been so long since we've seen battles from World Trigger. And I hope that we continue to see it. The whole time I was reading this chapter, I was like, you know, I was just feeling it. I was like,
Yeah, just getting ready. Like, oh yeah.
So, you know, high expectations to meet, but man, I'm excited. We love World Trigger here. Those are all my thoughts, really. Any closing things before we move on?
Nope.
Osamu, show him why you're the GOAT.
Yeah. You know what I think? I think Osamu, I don't think Osamu's going to do anything physically crazy during the thing, but he's definitely going to leverage the fact that he is worth the most, or, you know, in the upper echelon of points amongst them to do something strategic with everybody else.
Yeah, he's gonna flip that. He's gonna flip that weak because he's always flipped his weaknesses.
Mm-hmm. He's used his weaknesses as like a bait almost. You know. But very excited.